I'm sure you've been hearing about the fifth dimension. Are you there yet? Have you figured out where the 5D dimension resides? It's a state of consciousness. The reason I wrote my book years ago, Secrets of a Metaphysical Flight Attendant, was because I wanted to share my story with people. Because after I had my STE, spiritually transformative experience, as a result of feeling tremendous fear, pain, anguish, not really being that happy before it happened. And then, boom, everything changed. I shifted into a different level of consciousness. They call it the 5D. You can call it the Christ consciousness, the Buddha consciousness, whatever you want to call it. It's a different dimension, really. You know how Jesus said the kingdom is within? It's all within. However, we're relating to the world is how we perceive it from within our consciousness, our point of view. And that's why I wrote my book, because I wanted to help people understand. See, when it happened to me, I just assumed I was late for the party and it had happened to everyone else already. And I had been missing out on it because I figured if it happened to me, just a regular person, it must happen to everybody. Well, when I tried to talk about it with friends and family and different ones, and they just would kind of glaze over and act like they had no clue what I was talking about, I began to understand that it doesn't happen to everyone that easily. But we're living in a time of the Great Awakening. So here we are at this point, which many of the mystical people always knew was coming. We could see it, that things were coming down the road. Some of my favorite mystics pointed to what's happening now. I know Gurdjieff, one of the first ones I started to study, he used to always say it has a lot to do with sun flares. When the sun flares are really active, people start to go crazy. And there's a lot of wars that break out during those times. There does seem to be something connected to planetary things, the way they people react to it. We used to see it on the airplane with the full moon. We could always tell when it was a full moon because people really did act up and act differently. Nurses, people that work in hospitals see it. It's just the way it is. People are very sensitive to energy vibrations. But once you understand how you can be in the driver's seat and you can command what you choose to think about and what you choose to focus on, you can become a master manifester and you can become free of all that negative emotion that likes to sweep across the planet if you let it. And you don't have to absorb it. You don't have to be reacting to every negative thing that you hear day in and day out. You don't even have to listen to it. But you do need to understand that you live in a three-dimensional world physically where you have to cope with certain things that come up. But to be able to transcend these things and find solutions is the key. The classroom that we live in the three-dimensional world presents us with these incredible situations, and how we react to them and how we solve the problems is the key to freeing ourselves from all those horrible negative emotions, fear being the biggest one. A lot of things fall into that category. And once you free yourself from that and you no longer are reacting and feeling upset all the time, you've found your inner peace, you've found the kingdom of heaven, you've found a way to function in the three-dimensional world and be productive, live your purpose, be happy. And that's the big test. So read the book. It's a good one. It's a page turner. And I'll send you a copy if you contact me on my website. You can order it that way, and I'll send you a signed copy. And you can also check out some of the other things I'm doing on my website, like a Silva Ultramind training coming up in January. Powerful, powerful training. I've trained many, many people in these techniques, how to get down to that level of consciousness on command where you can realize what you do want and forget about what you don't want, and live life on purpose. Check that one out too. Hope to see you soon.